Hey guys, my name is Enrique. I'm the technology evangelist for Novation, and I'm here to run you through the circuit components update. So really quickly, we have 4 big features for the circuit. We now have a new firmware update which helps support a lot of these things, as well as few small features like record toggle button and parameter lock recording, as well as a librarian which helps you back up all your circuit sounds and sessions and everything into a cloud-based server, which you can then pull back down from anywhere else in the world technically, and just throw it onto any circuit, whether it's yours, a venue's circuit, your friend's circuit, you want to show them some of your songs or anything. Then on top of that, we have the circuit editor, which allows you to really break open the Nova synth engine inside of your circuit and create sounds from scratch, choosing the wave shapes, the filter types, the digital effects that you're going to have control over, as well as assigning the 8 macro controls to do anywhere from 1 to 4 separate things at the same time. And then, last but not least, we have the sample import feature. And this allows you to actually take whatever samples you want, whether MP3 or WAV, drag them over and just drop them into your circuit, and you can now create your own personal set of samples with full parameter control over them as well. So I'm going to run you through some of this right now. So easily enough, you're just going to go to the components.novationmusic.com, and you'll be prompted with a login with Facebook or Google. We will never post anything at all without your permission onto any of these sites. I'm going to go ahead and choose login with Google. And after I click that, it's going to load real quick, and it's going to say currently no circuit is connected. So we're going to have to start the bootloader mode by pushing scale, note, velocity, hold those down, and then press the power button. Instantly you can see circuit is connected. Here you can easily, it starts off on the librarian page where you can just back up your circuit, restore it to the original or the one that you most recently, the time where you most recently backed it up. And you can even download that as an actual sysx file for safekeeping. Then we have the editor, which you can then click here and download the editor. It's a plugin as well as a standalone Max for Live editor with Isotonic Studios. The firmware update, which you can then download here and throw it onto your circuit with the firmware updater, and the sample import. This guy right here is really amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and choose new sample set. And right here it says drag a wave or MP3 sample from your computer to a pad. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to first off actually get my samples from circuit. So after this, it's going to take a little bit, and it'll just grab all the current samples that you have on your circuit. So now that I've gotten all the sounds originally from my circuit onto my circuit sample import, I'm going to go ahead and replace some of the samples now. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Finder window. Here I have some sounds that I like. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these. Easy enough, they're all waves. I like this kick. Just drag it right onto the pad. I'm going to go ahead and grab another. And then I'm also going to grab a clap. Let's see. Grab clap number 1. Clap number 2, and then let's go on to the second page bank. So by clicking on this here, 33 through 64, this is now the drum 3 and 4 page of your circuit, the yellow page. And I'm going to go ahead and drop some hi-hats in here. Let's see, let's do hi-hat number 1, and let's do an open hat as well. This guy. Cool, so now we can easily click on here and listen to what we've uploaded. So now, the great part about this is down here, it'll say remaining seconds. So this is out of the 60 seconds you have allotted for all your samples. It'll show you how many you have left. So the next step here is just to press send to circuit. You also have other options as download as a file, which will download it as a sysx file for your safekeeping. You can throw it on a hard drive if you like. You can also load the default samples that come with circuit out of the box, upload your sample set, or just get all the original samples like we did earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and press send to circuit. So now that we've finally finished uploading our samples onto our circuit, all you have to do now is press play, and then it'll start powering back up, and now you have your samples. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down Shift, drum 1 to access the samples. I have the 2 kicks that I have here. I'll go ahead and select that one. Drum 2, I'll take my second clap. Drum 3, hi-hat there. Drum 4, my open hat. So let's go ahead and take a listen to these. So now that I have all the samples loaded into Circuit, our next focus is the Circuit editor. So from that same Circuit Components website, I've gone ahead and downloaded the Circuit editor, and I got it running right now in the standalone version on my Mac. And easily enough, you can access all the preset synth samples here, as well as editing all of them. But for example, right now we're on the bouncy bass. I'm going to go ahead and initialize this current patch to create one from scratch. So now that I've pressed that, you can see everything's changed here. And we have a simple sawtooth wave. You have a ton of possibilities of what you can do. I can go ahead and change the wave shape. You can change it to polyphony, mono, unison, as well as setting these macro knobs. So for example, this destination of knob number 1, I want it to go to the filter cutoff. Filter frequency. I'm going to go ahead and lower the filter's frequency down a little bit and turn the depth up. So now, it's as easy as that. And then all you have to do, upload single patch to Circuit, select where you want it to be, let's say patch number 52. And now, when you go to your Circuit, patch 52, the same sample that you just, or the same synth that you just edited is there, ready to go. So with the new firmware update for Circuit, we've introduced a few new things. We have a great feature where it now can receive MIDI and record it into its 2 separate sequencers for the synths as well as the drums. Synth 1's on MIDI channel 1, synth 2's on MIDI channel 2, and the drums are on 10. So if you have a MIDI keyboard running into Circuit, you can actually play the full-blown chords on the MIDI keyboard and it'll record it and then play it back and loop it on Circuit. Another great feature is the toggle record button. So as it's playing, if you hold down record, move a few parameters and let go, it'll stop recording. That way you don't have to press it, do things, and press it in time. For example, really simple. And then we also have momentary record. So for example, I'm going to put in 3 little clav hits, and I want to change the pitch of each 3 individually and have them play a different pitch right next to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and hit velocity, press record, choose the hit I want, and change the pitch. So now I have those guys ready to go. So that's a great way to step edit your sounds, especially if you have maybe a piano sample stab that you've uploaded with the sample import, or a bass line that you really like. You can go and actually program in specific notes that you want to hit. And then another great feature about this is if this is incorporated in a live set or in your studio, is you can actually use external MIDI to change the preset sounds of either synth 1 or synth 2 externally. And it's a great feature, especially for a live set where you want to just press a single button on, say, another sequencer and have everything shift over. Circuit will be right there in time, in sync, in the same scale and root note as everything else, and shift around. But if you have any more questions about this, don't hesitate to contact your Sweetwater sales engineer.